My beloved child, feel this moment slow down as if the world itself has leaned closer to listen. I am speaking to the quiet place within you, the place that still remembers light before fear learned your name. You have carried questions in your chest, a soft ache behind your strength, wondering why fixing others has left you so tired, why loving so deeply has sometimes drained you instead of filling you. Listen now gently, because this is not a correction but a revelation wrapped in grace. You were never meant to wrestle shadows with your bare hands. You were meant to shine so brightly that shadows lose their language in your presence. There is a holy shift happening inside you. You are beginning to see that battles are not always won by reacting, explaining, or rescuing. True power awakens when you stop chasing symptoms and begin speaking to the root, not with anger, not with force, but with truth, soaked in love. When you turn inward and upward instead of outward and sideways, something ancient stirs. The atmosphere changes. Invisible walls soften. What once resisted begins to loosen its grip. This is how strong chains dissolve, not through noise, but through authority that flows from alignment with light. I see how often you tried to mend hearts while neglecting your own wounds. You tried to calm storms while your own soul stood uncovered in the rain. Hear me clearly now, without judgment, without shame. Guarding your inner world is not selfish, it is sacred. Before you quiet the chaos around you, your spirit must be wrapped in peace. Before you speak correction, your heart must rest in wholeness. Light does not leak through exhaustion, it flows freely through rest. There are places within you where old pain still whispers, where disappointment left small openings, where weariness gently eroded your defenses. These are not failures, they are invitations. The unseen does not always come through loud attacks. Sometimes it enters through fatigue, through unresolved grief, through the belief that you must carry everything alone. I am here now, not to accuse but to heal. Let me tend to these spaces with tenderness. Let me seal what was left exposed. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a warm golden light descending slowly like the softest sunrise you have ever known. It pours over your head, down your shoulders, into your chest. Feel it warming the places that felt cold for so long. This light is not rushing, it is patient, it knows exactly where to go. As it settles, you feel steadier, calmer, as if your breath finally remembered its natural rhythm. This is protection born from peace, not fear. You were never called to fight from a place of depletion. You were called to stand from a place of fullness. When your spirit is guarded by truth and rested in love, nothing external can easily pierce it. Words lose their sting. Opinions lose their weight. Manipulation loses its power. You stop reacting and start responding from clarity. This is not withdrawal. This is wisdom. This is how you stop playing defense and begin walking forward with quiet authority. There is a reason you are being drawn deeper into prayer, into stillness, into honest conversation with the unseen. It is because influence shifts when alignment is restored. When you speak from presence instead of pressure, the energy changes. You are no longer trying to fix people. You are inviting light to confront what hides behind behavior. Love becomes sharp in the most beautiful way. Truth becomes gentle but unmovable. This is how transformation begins without force. I want you to know something deeply now. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not broken for feeling frustrated. You are human, and you are learning how to carry divine strength without burning yourself in the process. Let me teach you how to rest without retreating, how to stand firm without hardening your heart. Let me show you how to be a vessel, not a sponge. What flows through you will bless many, but what sticks to you was never yours to carry. Visualize now a wide open gate made of light standing before you. It is tall, radiant, humming softly with peace. As you step closer, the gate opens on its own, not because you pushed it, but because you belong here. Beyond it is a vast field bathed in gold, where the air feels rich and alive. This is the place of authority that comes from alignment. When you operate from here, nothing drains you, everything multiplies. From this place, abundance flows naturally. Not just money, but opportunities, favor, clarity, and creative ideas that feel guided rather than forced. Wealth is not just currency. It is flow. It is the freedom to give without fear, to receive without guilt, to trust that provision is not a struggle but a promise. When your spirit is guarded, your energy stops leaking, and what was once scattered begins to gather and grow. Now hear this gently but firmly. Stop fighting battles you were never meant to win by effort alone. Speak life where there was tension. Speak truth where there was confusion. Speak blessing where there was resistance. and then release the outcome. You are not responsible for controlling others. You are responsible for keeping your inner world aligned with light. From that alignment, influence happens naturally. I am with you in the quiet moments when you wonder if your prayers matter. I am present in the pauses between your thoughts. Nothing you have whispered into the unseen has been ignored. Every tear, every sigh, every unspoken hope has been collected with care. You are not delayed, you are being refined. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. Imagine now a gentle rain falling around you, not cold but warm like liquid light. Each drop carries blessing, restoration, and ease. As it touches you, heaviness dissolves. Old burdens slide off your shoulders. This is not a storm. This is a cleansing. This is miracle rain, washing away residue from battles that lasted too long. You breathe deeper now. You stand taller without effort. Now rise, my child. Rise not in haste, but in certainty. Rise knowing that you are covered, guided, and supported by forces far greater than what you see. You do not need to prove your strength. Your calm is your strength. Your peace is your authority. There will be moments ahead where you feel the urge to fix, to explain, to rescue again. When that happens, pause. Turn inward. Guard your spirit first. Ask for light before action. You will feel a subtle shift and knowing in your chest. Follow that. That is wisdom speaking. That is alignment guiding you. Receive this blessing now. Receive clarity where there was confusion. Receive rest where there was exhaustion. Receive abundance where there was fear. Let it settle into your body, your mind, your future. You are allowed to live well. You are allowed to prosper with integrity. You are allowed to enjoy the fruit of your faith. As you walk forward, know this. What once tried to enter through your wounds will no longer find access. Those places are being healed, sealed, and strengthened. You are becoming discerning without becoming distant, compassionate without becoming depleted. This balance is holy. This balance is powerful. Feel gratitude rising softly within you, not forced, not loud, just present. Gratitude anchors miracles. Gratitude steadies abundance. Gratitude keeps your heart open while your spirit stays guarded. In this state, blessings recognize you easily. Let these words flow through you now, quietly, gently, like a sacred rhythm aligning your inner world. I am ready to receive. I am guided and protected by divine light. I am open to abundance and peace. I trust the flow of provision in my life. I am calm, confident, and supported. I walk in clarity and quiet strength. I am blessed beyond what I can see. Rest in this knowing. Carry it with you as you move through your days. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are exactly where light can reach you most clearly. And from this place, everything begins to align. Stay here with me a little longer, in this gentle suspension where time loosens its grip and your soul can finally stretch. There is more unfolding now. Like a deeper chamber opening within you, one that has always existed but waited for your breath to slow enough to enter. In this space, you are not performing, not striving, not holding anything together. You are simply being held. Feel that. Let it register not just as an idea, but as a sensation, warm and steady, like hands of light resting on your shoulders. I know how often you felt responsible for outcomes that were never yours to carry. You took on emotional weight because your heart is generous, because you see potential in people, even when they cannot see it themselves. That gift was never a mistake, but it needed wisdom to mature. Love without boundaries becomes exhaustion. Compassion without clarity becomes confusion. I am teaching you now how to love from overflow, not from emptiness. From this place, your presence heals more than your effort ever could. As your spirit becomes guarded by peace, discernment sharpens softly. You begin to sense when to speak and when to remain silent, when to step forward and when to step back. This is not withdrawal, this is mastery. You no longer feel pulled into every emotional current. You stand like a calm shoreline while waves arrive and retreat on their own. Nothing needs to be forced. Truth has a gravity of its own. Picture now a circle of light forming around you, translucent and alive, shimmering with subtle colors like dawn meeting gold. This is not a barrier of fear. It is a boundary of love. Everything aligned with your highest good passes through effortlessly. Everything else simply fades away, unable to resonate. Inside this circle, your thoughts become clearer, your emotions settle. Your intuition grows louder than your anxiety ever was. From this clarity, you will notice doors opening that once felt locked. Conversations shift, opportunities appear without struggle. Resources find their way to you naturally. Wealth begins to express itself not as pressure, but as permission. Permission to breathe easier. Permission to plan without panic. Permission to give and receive without guilt. This is the flow you were designed for, where provision meets purpose and ease replaces constant effort. Do not be surprised when people begin to respond differently to you. It is not because you changed who you are. It is because you remembered who you have always been. When you stop fixing and start standing in truth, the atmosphere adjusts around you. Some will rise to meet you. Some will fall away quietly. Both are blessings. Make room for what matches your alignment. I want you to feel this next part deeply. You are not late. You have not missed your moment. Everything that felt delayed was aligning you with the right timing, the right capacity, the right foundation. Sudden blessings require strong roots. Quiet seasons were strengthening yours. What comes next will feel surprisingly smooth, as if resistance forgot how to find you. Imagine now a river of light flowing toward you, wide and luminous, carrying with it ideas, solutions, and unexpected favor. It does not rush. It arrives with confidence. As it reaches you, instead of pushing you over, it lifts you gently, allowing you to float with trust. This river is abundance in motion. You do not have to chase it. You only have to stay aligned with its direction. Let go of the belief that struggle equals worthiness. You do not need to suffer to be deserving. Grace is not earned through exhaustion. It is received through openness. When you guard your spirit, you create space for grace to land and stay. From this space, miracles feel natural, not dramatic. They arrive quietly and stay consistently. There will be moments when old habits try to pull you back into overgiving, overthinking, overfixing. When that happens, return here. Breathe. Remember the light around you. Remember that your first responsibility is alignment, not control. Authority flows from inner stillness. Power grows in silence before it speaks. Now, allow your body to relax even more. Release your jaw. Drop your shoulders. Let your breath deepen without effort. In this relaxed state, your nervous system resets and your spirit becomes more receptive. This is where divine instruction feels gentle instead of urgent. This is where intuition feels calm instead of anxious. I am preparing you for a season where your words carry unusual weight, where your decisions ripple farther than you expect. That is why guarding your spirit matters now more than ever. You are being entrusted with influence that does not shout but transforms quietly. Influence that heals without drawing attention to itself. Influence that leaves peace behind. Receive this knowing you are safe to slow down. Nothing meant for you will pass you by because you rested. In fact, rest is what allows you to recognize what is truly yours. When you move from peace, you choose better. When you choose better, life responds differently. Feel gratitude rising again, not as an obligation, but as a natural response to being supported. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment, where power always lives. From here, your future unfolds with less resistance and more cooperation. Let these final words settle into you like a seal of light, gentle and permanent. I am open and protected. I am aligned with peace and purpose. I receive abundance with ease and trust. I walk forward guided and supported. I am calm, clear, and confident. I am surrounded by light. I am blessed. Rest now in this truth. Carry it quietly. Let it shape your days from the inside out. Everything you need will meet you exactly where alignment and peace reside.